Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. As always, my name is Shogun Shin and you are the audience, and it is Monday, the start of a brand new week, and we are back with some more Umamusume Pretty Derby for tonight. It is day 4 of the Champions Meet Cancer Cup, aka the last day for us to try and get 3 wins out of 5 to progress on to the Group A finals. Thankfully, we were able to at least get 1 win yesterday. I think the best we got was 2 wins. I think was the best that we could do, unfortunately. But that did put us into... So we do have access to Group B finals at the very least, so we're not completely out of the tournament. But the goal is to try and get those 3 wins to put us into the Group A finals. We tried a bunch of things yesterday and a lot of different strategies to kind of try and see what was going to work and what didn't. The prevailing strategy that I think has the best chance of giving us our 3 wins is going to be running 2 front runners in the form of Smart Falcon and Saiyan Sky, and then running Nice Nature as a debuffer. And I think that's going to give us the best chance at victory. Now, that being said, unfortunately, yesterday, our runs with Smart Falcon really just weren't getting there. Saiyan Sky actually did pretty well overall in getting our wins, but Smart Falcon early on, we were doing really well, and then we really dropped off yesterday. I think we were just getting very unlucky with getting groundwork to trigger, because if groundwork doesn't trigger, then we're pretty much sunk in the water. So that was actually really upsetting that we really just couldn't get there with Smart Falcon yesterday. With that being said, I am considering maybe changing for something else into a different Smart Falcon, but I don't really know what that would be, honestly. We do have this one right here with a decent amount of decent amount of stats and stuff like that. Pretty low stamina. We could try it to see if that will do anything. I think we've already run this A+ one. Yeah, we've run this A+ one already, which did okay, but it's we've only gotten second, which is okay, it's whatever. Yeah, but it is really upsetting that Smart Falcon in our runs yesterday, she'll get in front, she'll get the Sparkly Stardom to activate, which is good, but then at the end, we just didn't get Angling and Scheming to activate, which is kind of insane that doesn't activate. And then the groundwork, we have to get left-handed Focus and front runner Savvy, which these 2, left-handed and front runner, will activate almost every time. But Focus, if that doesn't activate, then we don't get groundwork, and that is a little upsetting, I won't lie. Overall, this Saiyan Sky that we have here has been doing very well in picking and being kind of picking up the pace. 15 runs, 26.7% win rate, which is actually really good. Has gotten 4 wins overall, which is nice. So yeah, I think what we'll do is, for this first attempt, we're gonna run this 10.7 Smart Falcon, because we have left-handed, front runner Savvy, Lone Wolf. I think will activate, right? No, it won't actually, because it won't activate for Saiyan Sky, which actually would be bad. If Lone Wolf doesn't activate, that's actually really bad. So that would actually hinder us if we put in the... And if we still have left-handed Focus and front runner Savvy. And Saiyan Sky doesn't get Lone Wolf, so without Lone Wolf, I mean, we still have Wet, Summer, and Leaders, so that could get us there too. Okay, well, let's run it. Let's see what happens. We'll run it, see what happens, and if that ends up going really poorly, then we'll switch back to what we had. But we got the 4 attempts. We have 4 attempts to get 3 wins. 4 attempts to get 3 wins out of 5. Can we do it? Let us find out.
Alright.
One other late surger, 5 other front runners. Lots of front runners. So we're also that was also the problem that we had yesterday is we were getting blocked. It was unfortunate that we were just getting blocked a lot, so that's sad. All right, groundwork for Saiyan Sky and groundwork for the Smart Falcon do end up activating, which is good to see in this early race. But it does look like in the early parts of the race itself, we are pretty much lacking in overall speed. It looks like 3 other racers are going to just be faster than us early on in this race itself, past the 1200 meter mark already. The Saiyan Sky currently in 4th. Smart Falcon currently in 5th right now. Will we be able to get ahead? The Flustered Front Runners does end up activating to try and give us a little bit more of an advantage, and you do see Saiyan Sky and Smart Falcon proccing a bunch of other skills to try and get a little bit faster. Shooting victories for Smart Falcon does end up coming out, but we are about to round the last corner here, and it doesn't look like we will be able to get there. 600 meters left, and I think the Angling Scheme is going to go to somebody else for this, and you can see both of our front runners currently in the middle of the pack, unable to catch up right now. It is unfortunate to see. Sharp Gaze does end up activating, but it again is too little too late. And unfortunately we are yet again going to place, I think, in the top 5. Yes, top 5 for this race itself. Man, just not fast enough. We just couldn't get out in front. Man. Yeah. We just, like, don't have... It's like losing now. Got blocked. Blocked here. Blocked here. I think we both of these... Well, this was not... This was actually just a front runner. We got blocked by this Soccer Box, you know. This Saiyan Sky is faster than us, I guess. Question mark. That's just how it is. 1080. We have 1083. I guess we just don't have enough power. Like, we lose in the power game again. Yeah, I think we just lose in the power game again, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Really, I think we lose in the wit game. I think we're losing in, as far as like fighting the other front runners, I think we're losing in the wit game. We just don't have the wit to get in front and like pass. I think that's what it, I think that might be what it's coming down to. Because you do see like definitely for the Sakura, for the Blockushins, they have just at double S and wit, which is the point of it. But like, man. Right. Groundwork for both of our front runners. The Saiyan Sky does end up getting a late start and early on in this race. That being said, they are both trying to compete against first and second place, which is actually really good to see overall in the race itself. 1,200 meters left in the race, and we currently have Saiyan Sky, despite the late start, currently in first place. But Smart Falcon is dropping off very hard and will drop down to 3rd place. You can see a couple of debuffs coming out that is starting to tax Smart Falcon, unfortunately, but that other Saiyan Sky in second is being taxed just as well. 800 meters left. It's our Saiyan Sky currently holding on very strong to the lead. Will they be able to hold on for the angling and scheming, and will that be enough of an edge to give us the acceleration we need to bridge the gap and not allow the late surges to catch up? Angling scheming does end up activating, so this is going to be where the real race starts. The acceleration from Saiyan Sky's ultimate is going to be the test, the real test, to see if we get enough of a lead to prevent the late surgers and the end closers from catching up. Nature does throw out all the debuffs to try and buy as much time as possible, and Saiyan Sky holding very strong with 200 meters left. She is widening the lead. Saiyan Sky is all alone, and it looks like Saiyan Sky will be taking home first, and that is 1 win out of 3 that we need to get into Group A finalists. Ooh. I think this Smart Falcon doesn't have enough stamina. Because you can see very easily, like, midway through the race, she dropped off very, very hard. And that is very evident with the 449 stamina. And that's fine. That's more or less to be expected. You know, it is what it is. That was something that I was worried about, but, you know. It did, one of the things I did notice is that running this other Smart Falcon that we had yesterday, it did feel like they were like Saiyan Sky and Smart Falcon were sabotaging themselves. So to have this other Smart Falcon here to not necessarily sabotage, but to try to push Saiyan Sky up does seem like a little bit more cohesive. But maybe that's just my imagination. But it definitely felt like running the Smart Falcon that we ran yesterday, it definitely felt like we were like sabotaging ourselves, which felt really bad. Alright, groundwork does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, but there is no groundwork for Smart Falcon. That being said, Saiyan Sky is able early on in this race to pull ahead into first, but will she be able to block the other front runners from passing her? It doesn't look like it. Saiyan Sky holding strong in second currently, but is fighting against the Silent Suzuka for first place. Saiyan Sky does need to try and overtake and get in front of Silent Suzuka if she wants any chance of being able to get the angling and scheming, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. Saiyan Sky does end up dropping down to second place, and you can see the debuffs, and you can see the lack of speed coming in for Saiyan Sky, unable to pass the Silent Suzuka. Flustered Front Runners does end up activating still, but it doesn't look like Saiyan Sky is going to be able to get ahead. You can see her trying to get ahead and try to get on the outside to pass the Silent Suzuka, but it's too little too late. Silent Suzuka has already run away with it completely, and it doesn't look like, and it looks like we are not going to be able to make it into the top 3 for this one, folks. Silent Suzuka all alone in this race itself, and once again, that is another loss. Ouch. Yeah, just couldn't get ahead. Just no way to get ahead. God damn it. We had more stamina, but like I think we're losing out on the wit. We just like we get ahead, like we get next to them, but we can't quite pull ahead. And I think we also we're losing in the speed game. I think we're just losing in the wit and the speed game, at least for front runners. Against the front runners, we're losing in wit and we're losing in speed, and then against the late surgers and pace chasers, we're losing in power. Like, unfortunately, we are just losing against everything. Our stats are simply not good enough. And that is really, really upsetting. I think my main problem, like for this Champions Meet in general, I think my main problem was I didn't invest enough into my grandparent and parent legacies. I think, cause like groundwork is like a pivotal skill to have for front running, and I think I focused more on getting groundwork because I wasn't getting it overall. Then, and I still needed to invest more into my sparks because a lot of my sparks were like very just like 3, 4, at best 5 stars for stuff. And that just, I really needed to hammer home higher sparks for legacies and stuff like that. At least for base stats, I think that, I didn't pay enough attention to those. I mostly paid attention to trying to get groundwork. And I compromised way too much. Late start from Saiyan Sky, but the groundwork does end up activating, which is good to see. Unfortunately, early on in this race itself, the best that Saiyan Sky is going to be able to produce is being in third, and you can see that she is starting to drop behind as well. Smart Falcon trying to catch up, but without that groundwork, man, getting into a higher speed bracket is going to be just an uphill battle. You can see El Condapasa chasing right behind our Saiyan Sky, who is sitting in third. But you also see the first and second place runners currently just leagues ahead of our two front-running aces, unfortunately. And it looks like this is going to be a race that is not going to pan out for us either. Shooting for victory, shifting gears, mile corners, they all are going to activate, but we're actually losing speed. We are dropping down behind the pack. Genius Box Run equals victory is going to activate, and the debuffs are going to come out, but it's too little too late. We just cannot get in front of the other runners. We just simply do not have the stats for it, and you can see even the late surges and end closers are starting to pass us now, and unfortunately this is going to be yet again another loss. Unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. That's so fucking sad. 7, 8, 9, bottom 3. Yeah, I think we need higher win. 473 stamina too. Wow. 473 stamina. I can't believe we lost to 473 stamina. Like, I get it's a mile race and that doesn't really matter as much, but like, man, that just feels so good. 1200 speed, yeah, 782 power. What power do we have? 600, right? 541 wit, yeah. I think we're really losing out to, like, honestly, I don't, like, at this point I really just don't. I think it honestly just be flat speed, because that's 1200 as well. 1140, we're barely getting 1000. We're at 1083. Like, that's lucky. That's high end. 1050, we lose out the power there. Yeah, like all the people that we're losing to, they have at least max at the very, they have like SS or S plus speed. Like, it's, I think we are primarily losing out just speed, which does really suck. Yeah, we're not fast. We're genuinely just not fast enough. We can't get ahead. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. I was really confident in that, like, we get 1000 speed, like we'll be able to compete. No, we really can't. 1100 speed, maybe, but less than that, less than 1100, no shot. Absolutely zero chance from what it looks like, and that's so upsetting. Should look back and see the race that we actually did win. Get groundwork for both our front runners, which is good to see. Saiyan Sky is actually going to be able to hold first early on in this race at the 1400 meter mark, but she does have a lot of other front runners giving her a run for her money. You do see Daiwa Scarlet currently accelerating past Saiyan Sky, who is dropping down behind, which is going to be very upsetting as well. Saiyan Sky is currently stuck behind several other front runners, and that is going to prove to be her downfall from what it looks like early on. Smart Falcon is currently holding in second and is able to catch up a little bit, but is just short in passing this other Daiwa Scarlet that is currently in front. Shooting for victory does end up activating along with the shifting gears, but it looks like she's running out of steam because that Daiwa Scarlet is still crawling, getting ahead of her, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. You do see the late surgers and pace chasers starting to follow behind and overtake both of our front runners, and it doesn't look like it's over. 7, 8. We are going to get 7th, 8th, and 9 again. God damn it, man. Man. The race that we won. What happened? Like, how did we win? Did we just get lucky? I think we did, because, like, this should have won. We should have lost. This should have beat us. I don't know how we lost. I think we won because we had higher wit. 541 to 402. I think we just got lucky and won to wit. Oh, we just happened to have higher wit. How did we lose here? Power, we lost in power. Yeah, we can't, like, 1039 speed. versus our 1083 541 wit versus their 625 wit. Yeah, it's a wit game. It was definitely a wit game. And I'm actually kind of pissed that I'm losing to front runners that have less than 300 guts, because I was I was under the assumption that like having less than 300 guts is just not it was like a detriment, because you wanted the 301 guts to get that extra speed boost, and that's obviously not what matters. Obviously what really matters is power, wit, and speed. Fuck. It frustrates me that the information that I went off of was actually like not necessarily wrong, but like vastly incomplete. And that is a little upsetting, that like the information that I went off of was like, oh, this is actually pretty wrong, or this is actually just like very incomplete. I don't know what I can do. Like, I really don't know what I can do. Oh, with another debuffer? I don't really think that's worth it. Like, I just don't think that's worth it. Go back to our original Smart Falcon that we were going with, this 10,000. Actually, our wit simply is not high enough. I don't think I have anyone that is above 600 wit. Like, I think maybe we got this, but this is our Blockushi, and we don't want to do that, especially if we're front. Literally just looking at our wit stat to see like even has like fraction of a chance. This one, but we have a C in turf, which is probably not going to go well. Recap. Alright, we'll just run the strategy that we ran yesterday, because it is the best strategy that we have. We got 2 wins yesterday. We just need to get 3. Okay, let's try it again. Groundwork for both of our front runners for this round is good to see. Early on, we do start in the first and third place slots right now, which is really good. Sparkly Stardom is going to activate for Smart Falcon, which is really nice to see as well. But she needs to get in front of Sakura Bakushin O in order to block them out. Will she be able to do that? That is the real question. She does it does look like she is going to be able to get in front of the Sakura Boxing O, which is really, really good. The next step is to maintain that lead and be able to have the angling and scheming activate. Professor Curvature does end up activating for both of our front runners. The Saiyan Sky is trying to get ahead of the Sakura Boxing O, but it looks like it's not going to be enough to do so. 800 meters left. The Smart Falcon is still holding on very strong to this lead, and Sakura Boxing O doesn't look like she is able to catch up to our front runner right now. 600 meters left. This is the real test. Unrestrained does end up activating. The angling seeming does also activate as well. So this is the real race right now. The acceleration from Smart Falcon is very strong with the debuffs coming in from the Nice Nature, but you do see the late surgers and the front and the pace chaser starting to catch up. There's 200 meters left, and Smart Falcon does have a very good lead, so she has a very good chance at getting first place, and she does. Very good. It's very, very important to get in front if we are not in first place already. If we can maintain that lead and get angling and scheming, we have a very good chance. But it's all about, like, we can't get in front by the mid-race, we are so screwed. All right, that's one. A lot of front runners. Front runners. Or other front runners. So there's going to be... Getting to the front is going to be very hotly contested. Very, very hotly contested. Alright, groundwork for Saiyan Sky is what we like to see. Starting on in the inner gates is also very good, but will she be able to pull ahead and get past everyone else? She does end up getting past a good portion of the crowd, but guarding these two Naruzenskis is going to be a very huge challenge. 1,200 meters left, and Saiyan Sky, it looks like she is dropping back behind the other front runners, and that is not going to be a good place for us to be. Saiyan Sky trying to move out to the more to the outside and get ahead, but these Naruzenskis have completely run away despite Nice Nature giving all the debuffs, trying to dole out as many debuffs as possible. You can just see all the acceleration coming in onto the Naruzenskis right now, who just have a commanding lead over it. 600 meters left as we round into the final corner, and you can see the Naruzenskis still holding very, very strong to their lead right now. Hesitant front runners does end up activating, but you see Hishi Amazon as an end closer. It's just going to assist the Hishi Amazon end closer, who is coming in from the outside, and our front runners simply just cannot keep up. We get completely blocked out by the other front runners, which then allows Hishi Amazon to close out, and it is another loss for us. 6, 7, 8 again. God damn it. Fuck. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's making us lose. I really just don't know. Is it a speed problem? Is it a power problem? But then I lose to fucking things that have less speed and less power but more wit than us? Like, I don't know how I'm losing. I don't understand. I'm losing to in so many different ways that, like, I can't think of, like, what is going wrong. Because a lot of things are going wrong. I think I just have to chalk it up to a general, it's a stat issue. It's just a pure stat issue. My stats are just simply purely not good enough. Like, actually just not good enough. Oh, just across the board. I thought they were fine, they're not. It's only us. We are the only front runners. Everyone else is a pace chaser or a late surger. Groundwork for Smart Falcon does end up activating, so that is really good. It should hopefully hold strong for us to be the first and second place holders for this race overall. Subdued front runners does end up activating along with some of the other debuffs, but I don't think they're going to affect us because they just don't. Fast pace and the sparkly stardom does end up activating for Smart Falcon, which is very, very good. Saiyan Sky trying to hold back these other pace chasers currently in second place, and Smart Falcon also holding strong at the 1,000 meter mark in first. Professor Curvature does end up activating. You can see Saiyan Sky right behind Smart Falcon overall in the race itself, 800 meters, and you can see Saiyan Sky actually overtaking the Smart Falcon, but will that be a problem actually for us? It is hard to tell. Saiyan Sky already dropping down with Smart Falcon taking the lead instead. Unrestrained angling and scheming does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, and so she is going to start accelerating past everybody. The hesitant late surgers does end up activating for the Nice Nature, trying to hold back all the other runners from activating their last spurt. In the last 200 meters left, Smart Falcon is ahead by 4 lengths currently, but Oguri Cap is coming in right behind very quickly, but Smart Falcon crosses the line first. Ooh, that was a little scary. That was a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, that's 2. That got a little close at the end, I won't lie. That got very, very close at the end. Good data available. Oh, okay. It's for the Summer Marzensky coming out tomorrow. Okay. One other front runner. 2 pace chasers, 3 late searchers. Groundwork for Smart Falcon and groundwork for Saiyan Sky. They are going to be able to cash in, but will they be able to be the one that is the leader for this race? 1,400 meters left, and it looks like Saiyan Sky is able to get ahead a little bit, but that other Smart Falcon is coming in from the outside. We can, hopefully, the Saiyan Sky will be able to get by her, but it looks like she's already solidified herself, and Saiyan Sky is going to be stuck in second place right now. 1,000 meters left, and Saiyan Sky is trying to catch up in order to overtake, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to do it just yet. 800 meters, and Saiyan Sky is right behind this Smart Falcon, but she needs to get in front in order for us to do anything, and unfortunately that doesn't look like that's going to happen. 600 meters left as we round the final corner into the final stretch, and shifting gears does end up activating, and Saiyan Sky trying again to get by, but the angling scheme has already come out. You can see the Smart Falcon already just accelerating past everyone else, and it once again is not going to be enough, and unfortunately for us, we are going to get swallowed by the crowd. The Oguri Caps are coming in, they passed the Smart Falcon, and unfortunately we have once again lost this race because we cannot get past. We cannot pass. God F. How? How are we not getting past these runners? 587 wit. God, we just cannot get past them. We're not even getting blocked by, like, if I was getting blocked by Sakura Bakushidos, that's one thing. I'm not even getting blocked by them. I'm getting blocked by other front runners who I don't understand how we're fucking losing. I think we just don't have the smarts to get by them. It's like we catch up and they're like, oh no, we gotta slow it down. Like, no! Overtake, please! We just can't do it. We just cannot do it.
4番人気3番
Or other frontrunners. This is gonna be a nightmare.
次さあゲートが開いた
Groundwork for the same Sky does end up activating, but she is going to be the only one to get the groundwork. Unfortunately, these other front runners I think are going to outclass us because despite getting the groundwork, we are currently going to be situated at best in the top 3. Plus the front runners does end up taxing some of the competition, but in shifting gears does end up activating. But you can see Saiyan Sky not able to get past any of the other runners right now. At best, still in 3rd place, but just can't seem to get by anyone. Unfortunately, Saiyan Sky just cannot seem to do it. And despite all the skills activating, doesn't seem like she has enough speed to get out in front. She is the best that she can do right now is 3rd place, and she is sticking to the inside corner, not able to get out ahead. Angling Scheming does end up activating for this other Saiyan Sky, which is good for her, but it's going to be problematic for us because you can see us just immediately dropping off. Still currently in 3rd place, but that's not going to matter all too much else. I think this is yet another loss on our end. We just can't keep up. Man.
いやーダメでしたか
6, 7, 9. Fuck me, man. Can't do it. Like, we just can't do it. Is it a skill issue? Do we just not have enough skills, too? Like... Yeah. Maybe it's just like a skill issue because we don't have like Unyielding Spirit for the passing. Gale Held High is really good to have. We don't have, Escape Artist to get to the front more. Ramp Up, I think, also increases passing, right? No, increase velocity when passing. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. Maybe we just don't have enough skills for the mid-race to hold on. That's 2 wins, so again, that's better, but like, that's not good enough. It's just not good enough. Put it back. The best I can do is 2 wins. That's what it feels like. Heart Falcon gets a groundwork, and so does Saiyan Sky, able to set the stage. But there are a bunch of other front runners that are going to be getting ahead of our current races right now. I would love to know how the fuck do they get ahead of us early on in this race? Like, what do they have that we don't? Truly. Shifting gears, end up activating for Saiyan Sky, currently though in 4th place with Smart Falcon following behind in 6th. Mile Corners and Professor Curvature does end up activating, but that does very little because you can see Saiyan Sky dropping down into 6th place actually, and Smart Falcon passing her in 5th. You do see all these other front runners that are just several lengths ahead of us as we round the final corner, and yet again, I can't watch this. I can't watch this. We're not gonna win. I can't watch this. I'm moving on. 7, 8, and 9. Man, what is going on? God damn it. I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's just a stat. It's really just pure stats. Stats and maybe skills, I guess. Yeah, I I think it's just we're just not good enough. It like
やったりましょう
I'm desperately trying to just find like the answer of like what could we have done better, and the answer that I'm coming to is just everything. Everything could have been done better, and that's just like okay, this is just not going to happen for us. We're just not going to get to. We're not going to be able to make it to Group A's final. At least we got to Group B finals, but like man, we can't compete with Group A. That's just the truth, unfortunately. Unfortunate.
今スタートが切られました各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました
Did not see who got the groundwork. I think Saiyan Sky got it though. That being said, Smart Falcon did get a late start, but is currently in the lead right now. Sparkling Stardom does end up activating, which is going to be very good for her. Saiyan Sky is following behind in third place and is able to jump up into second. Saiyan Sky, since she is not in first place, does need to try and get past this other Smart Falcon who is competing for third and get in front of them. Saiyan Sky is going to rush a little bit, but you actually can see Saiyan Sky is actually trying to get in front instead, and they are going to end up trading places. So with that being at the 800-meter mark, Smart Falcon is going to be right behind Saiyan Sky and probably is not going to end up passing her, but Saiyan Sky does mean that Saiyan Sky will probably be able to get the angling and scheming activating, and she does. And this is where the real race starts. Angling, scheming activates, the acceleration comes out. Hesitant front runners, hesitant late surges, does try to tax some of the competition along with the sharp gaze to hold the other runners back, and it does look like it's doing its job. Saiyan Sky is all alone in the home stretch of Haze. There's 200 meters left, and she does have a very good chance at securing this lead and being able to secure a win, and she does end up doing it. Now we start passing. Now we start passing people. Now we start passing people. Jeez. I'm actually very surprised that Saiyan Sky was past Smart Falcon, or past our Smart Falcon. I'm shocked at that. We have, like, if we're not in first, we have to pass by, like, the 800, before the 800-meter mark. Otherwise, we're not passing anything, and we're completely sunk. Saiyan Sky does end up getting a late start, and unfortunately, I don't think there was a groundwork proc for Saiyan Sky either. Smart Falcon does end up getting the groundwork proc, which is really good, but she is currently blocked behind the other two front runners, and looks like she is starting to drop down into fourth place as well, which is actually a very, very big problem, because those two front runners up already in the first and second slot are just going to keep getting away. Saiyan Sky, despite the late start, is activating a bunch of other skills to try and catch up, but it looks like it's not enough to get ahead. We do see the Professor of Curvature as well as a couple other skills activating. Saiyan Sky looks like the best that she's going to be able to do is solidify herself in third place right now. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem this is going to be yet another loss on our end here, because the debuffs are coming out, but our front runners have already exhausted what they could. None of the skills that they needed have activated. And this is going to be yet another loss. Alright. This die with Scarlet. What? What did you have? Also, actually, okay, I do want to actually, let me look back. Did groundwork not proc? Because the trigger for groundwork is to have 3 skills go off, which I do know happened for Saiyan Sky. So did we get the 3 skills and then just not get groundwork? Because that would be insane. That would be actually crazy if that was the case. I think that is exactly what happened. So race start. Groundwork for Smart Falcon. Wet conditions, Summer Runner, Front Runner Savvy for Saiyan Sky. It didn't activate. Yeah, because Smart Falcon, wow, that's so shitty. That's so shitty. Smart Falcon gets focus, front runner savvy, and left-handed. Groundwork activates. Saiyan Sky gets wet conditions, summer runner, front runner savvy, no groundwork activates. That's actually insane that it didn't activate. Despite hitting the triggers to activate, it doesn't. So even if you do, oh my god. So even if you do get the triggers, it's still a chance for it to not activate. That's awful, actually. That's genuinely so unbelievably awful. Like, wow, that sucks. That sucks so fucking hard. That's so upsetting. That despite getting the triggers for groundwork, it still is a chance that, nah, you don't get it. Wow, that fucking sucks. Wow, that blows. And then despite firing off on like all cylinders with all the skills, it's still just not enough. Is honestly just so sad. It's so depressing. Try your best and you don't succeed. Alright. We do get groundwork for both of our front runners, and that does allow us to hit first and second place respectively for Smart Falcon and Saiyan Sky early on in this race. You can see there is a Dio Scarlet falling behind in third. Sparkly Stardom does end up activating for Smart Falcon, though, to try and keep her in the lead, with Saiyan Sky following in second right behind. Shifting Gears does end up activating, and you can see a good portion of the pack is making their way in the middle, trying to catch up to the top three, but it doesn't look like that is going to be happening right now. And our front runners do have a very decent chance at closing this late race out. That being said, you can, as we get closer to the final corner and the last 600 meters, Saiyan Sky holding on to the outside, trying to pass Smart Falcon, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Angling Seeming does end up activating, though, for Smart Falcon, but it doesn't look like the acceleration is there, because you do have a now Condor Pasta coming in from the inside with pure power trying to stop it, and Smart Falcon just doesn't have the acceleration this to go around from what it looks like, unfortunately, and Smart Falcon is going to drop down from first to second to third and is going to cross the line. Wow, what happened? We just didn't have, there was like no acceleration whatsoever. We like completely fell off. That's insane. Dude, what the fuck? We just didn't, like, we just didn't go. I saw the angling and scheming activate, and we just like didn't go anywhere. That was probably the worst acceleration I've seen from angling and scheming. That just like didn't go anywhere. God damn it, man. That's so upsetting. Dude, I'm ready to get this Champions Meet over with. This is just making me depressed.
5番セイウンスカイ
ゆったりさあゲートが開いた各馬娘
I think I saw groundwork for both of our front runners, which is good to see. That being said, we do have a Sakura Boxing O that is ever so slightly ahead of our Saiyan Sky. She does need to try and get high, so that way to block out this Sakura Boxing O from overtaking us. Saiyan Sky is doing a fairly good job at that, but you can see that things are starting to wear down as we get further into this race. It does look like Sakura Boxing O is going to box us out, unfortunately, at the 800 meter mark. despite the mile corners activating, Saiyan Sky is going to be trapped in because we also have a die with Scarlet coming in from the outside that isn't going to allow Saiyan Sky to get ahead of anyone, and Smart Falcon also trying to come in from the outside, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. You do see the Sakura Bokuno is starting to steadily accelerate past everyone else and is going to be alone out in front, and it looks like, unfortunately, this is going to be just another loss, and I just get me out. Get me the fuck out of here, man. Just get me out. I'm so over it. I'm so unbelievably over it. I genuinely don't know what to do, but I really do. We just tried double debuff. Guess, like, fuck it, who cares? Who gives a shit now? Let's do... Okay. Just fuck it. Let's wild card this shit. Let's wild card this shit. 2 debuffs, 2 debuffers, 1 front runner ace. F it. F it. Let's wild card this. At this point, we might as well. Who cares at this point? Who fucking cares? I want double debuffers.
ゆったりスタートです。各馬娘
Groundwork
綺麗な
for
スタートを切りました
Sayun Sky does end up activating, but it looks like out the gate we are going to be challenging a lot of other competition. And it looks like despite our best efforts early on, the best that we are going to be able to do is secure ourselves in the back behind all the other front runners. You do see currently shifting gears does end up activating for Sayun Sky with Mayana Top Gun chasing behind. Some of the Divas have already gone out. Mile Corners does also end up activating along with the Professor of Curvature to try and get more of an edge, but it looks like it's still just not enough. Sayun Sky following right behind these other front runners, just not able to get ahead or get in front right now. Will there be an upset though from Mayano Top Gun to try and get by? I don't really think that's gonna happen. Hesitant Pace Stations and Hesitant Late Surgeon does end up activating, and it looks like this is just going to be a disappointing end once again. Unfortunate. Ugh. We just can't get it. Cannot get ahead. Groundwork for Sayun Sky does end up activating, and out the gate we are going to be the leader. Currently, early on in this race at the 1400 meter mark, Sayun Sky has a fairly decent lead overall as we get to the 1200 meter mark right now, and is going to be standing, is going to be positioned right in front of this Mile Top Gun to block out second place from trying to pass. Mile Corners does end up activating to help give us a little bit of an extra lead and a little bit more speed as we get halfway through the 800, and we're at the 800 meter mark. I don't think any of the other racers are going to be able to pass us at this point, since first place should be all but secured for us. Mile Top Gun is going to activate the flowery maneuver. I'm not sure what all good that's gonna do, but I'm glad it's there, I guess. 600 meters left, and Sayun Sky is currently alone right now with the angling scheming activating. Will that be enough of an acceleration boost to keep the rest of the pack away from her and secure her the victory? 400 meters left in the race itself, and you do see some of the late surgers and end closures coming in from behind. It is going to be a battle of power. Will Sayun Sky be able to hold on strong? There's 200 meters left. Grass Wonder is right behind Sayun Sky, but Sayun Sky is the one that crosses first. Woo! Little close there.
なんと晴れやかな結果に。おっと。やったりましょう。
All right. And god damn it. And we're also really getting screwed in like moods. Like we're really getting screwed in moods as well. That's also really unfortunate. Alright, groundwork does end up activating for Sayun Sky, which is really good to see. Early on in this race, Sayun Sky is fighting, trying to get ahead in the early parts of this race, and is trying to block out this Marzensky. Hopefully is able to get ahead, but it looks like Sayun Sky is unfortunately going to be dropping back down and is going to allow this Marzensky to get in front. Will Sayun Sky have enough positioning awareness to try and overtake and get by the Marzensky? It doesn't look like it. You can see Alcon Madre Pasta coming in from the outside and actually speeding past both Saiyan Sky and Maruzensky, and is fighting Maruzensky for first place, with Saiyan Sky currently still stuck in between. And we actually, my own Top Gun right next to Saiyan Sky is actually going to block us from actually overtaking. That being said, Mayana Top Gun is coming in from the outside and is already in second place, but will she be able to overtake and pass? It doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, Mayana Top Gun running out of gas, drops down into third place with the straightaway acceleration is just not good enough. Saiyan Sky is blocked by the other front runners, and you do see the late surge of a vodka coming in, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop this Maruzensky, and Maruzensky takes first. And we again have lost. We're just not fast enough. Again, we're just not fast enough. We're not fast enough. 1,000 speed was not enough. I needed to, I needed to have better legacies to get better stat boosts. Yeah. Unfortunate. Saiyan Sky in a great mood is awesome to see. Groundwork activating for Saiyan Sky, who is going to rocket out of the gates, trying to compete against this Silent Suzuka, but this Silent Suzuka just is way too fast. Straight away, Leader's Pride does end up activating to try to have Saiyan Sky keep that lead, but unfortunately the best she can do from what it looks like is holding strong in third place. Saiyan Sky trying to catch up and trying to get ahead, but the Smart Falcon and the Silent Suzuka is just so much faster, and it is just clear to see. The mile corners ends up activating to try and give us a little extra speed, but that really doesn't look like it does anything to catch up. And once again, the best that we can do is hold strong in third. Shifting gears ends up activating, but we're already in the final corner. The acceleration from Smart Falcon, presumably from the angling and scheming, is just too much, and they have completely left us in the dust. Smart Saiyan Sky once again falling off along with our other two runners, despite the debuffs. Just isn't enough to hold all the other runners back, and we yet again just lose because we cannot get in front. We're just not fast enough.
さあ皆さん出番ですよ。
5番人気は6番。晴れはスタート。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
Saiyan Sky, despite getting the 3 triggers for groundwork, unfortunately not getting groundwork, which is going to be pretty detrimental overall to our front-running strategy here. But despite that, is holding strong against this Daiwa Scarlet, but is that going to be enough as we get into the mid portion of the race itself? Shifting Gears does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, but unfortunately cannot seem to keep up with this Daiwa Scarlet despite her best efforts. Saiyan Sky desperately trying to catch up and get ahead, but we already passed the 800-meter mark, and it looks like this is not going to be happening, unfortunately. Saiyan Sky still positioned right behind Daiwa Scarlet, and it looks like it's going to be over for us in this race. Resplendent Red Ace coming in for Daiwa Scarlet. And the acceleration is already there. Daiwa Scarlet just blitzes ahead of us and followed by an Alcondra Pasa, who is trying to catch up. The debuffs are going out, but it's not going to be enough for our front runner, Saiyan Sky, and unfortunately she is being overtaken by all the other runners, and we do end up coming the bottom 3 places yet again. We just cannot keep up. God damn it all. God fucking damn it all. We just can't keep up. She didn't even have groundwork. We just lost to basically pure stats. Dude, this sucks. This sucks so hard. I'm so angry. That actually that feels even worse. I lost to a front runner that didn't even have groundwork. I didn't even get groundwork to proc. God damn it, man. That's so fucking upsetting. They even had early lead too, which stings even more because all the guides that I looked up is that you don't take early lead because it's a delayed activation. So early lead in Japan, in the Japanese version, activates the moment the gates open, versus early lead in the global version right now, it's like, I think 0.5, not 0.5, but it's like 2 seconds, it's like a 2-3 second delay before it activates. So like, I even lost to early lead, which is like such bullshit. That sucks even more that I lost to a front runner that didn't have groundwork, that had early lead, but like had just better stats than we did. So we just lost outright because we couldn't get ahead, and we even got unlucky enough that we didn't get groundwork despite getting our 3 triggers. So disappointing. I have never felt like all the other champion meet that I have done thus far, like I felt fairly confident and like produced okay-ish results. You know, like granted, every champions meet I have done, I have I've made it to round. I haven't been able to make it to Group A finals, but like, I think every champions meet, it's almost always come down to like, oh, you know, I got bad luck here. I got a late start. I got rushed. You know, it's just things that like, they just happen, right? This champions meet, I went in like fairly confident with like all the runners that I had made, like, and like, again, in previous champions meets, like all the runners that I had made, I was like, oh, you know, it's not that great, but like maybe it'll be okay. This was the first champions meet where I was like, actually, I felt confident in what I had made, and like all of the runners that I made be like, okay, I think I have a fighting chance here to actually produce some good results. And every single one of these, I got completely, utterly demolished. Like, completely, utterly shafted. And that feels really bad to, like, be so confident and, like, yeah, I think I'll actually do pretty okay. And then just completely, utterly shut down. Like, that feels so... It's so... it's so demoralizing, honestly. Like, I feel so defeated and like demoralized. Like, Gemini Cup was really bad as well. Gemini Cup, I also felt like pretty demoralized, but like there was a point where I was like, okay, I think I can make a comeback here, and I think I can actually like do pretty good. And in the end, it did go actually really well. Like, okay, I've made a decent enough comeback here that like I might have a fighting chance. I have no fighting chance here, like, genuine. Like, I feel like I don't have a fighting chance. Like, I'm actually worried when we get to the Group B finals. I'm actually worried that I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything. Like, I think I'm actually just going to fall flat on my face, and it's just going to be completely feels bad, and I'm just going to be sad about it. But, and we'll see. That's going to be, what, in 2 days, right? Because we skip tomorrow. Yeah, we skip tomorrow, and then Wednesday will be our last day for Alright, I think on that note, guys, that is it for me tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for our weekly Tuesday stuff in Final Fantasy XIV. We'll probably run some more Arc Build as well. maybe do Pilgrim's Traverse. I'm not entirely sure just yet. I'll have to talk to some people about that. But we'll definitely do more Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. Yeah, and then come Wednesday, we're gonna do some tryouts for Wednesday and Thursday. Actually, we're gonna do some tryouts for Raid, just to get that out of the way and get that all squared away. And yeah, after that, at Wednesday, we'll come back and do the finals of Cancer Cup, and I'll be really glad when it's over, because man, this is just depressing, honestly. Like, I'm just flat out depressed, honestly. So, but that, it is what it is, I guess. But as always, though, my name is Shogun Shin, you the audience, and I will see you guys next time.